Vazquez. You are watching the Wise Coffee Chat Show. Super excited here to have the owner, and we have his cup here, the Cup of Joe Cafe. Jason is here with us. So we wanted to take a moment and just introduce his restaurant, get to know a little bit about him. But before we do that, my name is Jennifer Sanchez. I'm the founder of the Wise Alliance Network. I am a real estate investor, as well as I put together networking events, conferences, retreats. Go to wisealliancenetwork.com to learn more about me, and keep an eye out. I'm going to have an event this Sunday, a cafeton event in the city of Chicago. So check out my social media handles for more information on that. But so, sir, Jason, let's start with you, sir. Who are you?
Well, thanks for having us. My name is Jason Garfalo. I'm 50. My family's been in this industry for decades. Personally, have been in this, grew up in this industry. Um, Literally, my dad started us washing dishes. I was 10 years old. My brothers were 10 years old. Um, yeah, we started from as little kids. Just grew up and
So you've grown up in the restaurant
grown up
hospitality
growing up
business?
in the restaurant hospitality business, and I went to school, went to college, went to junior college,
Sure.
and just migrated back to the restaurant business. And this is what I love to do.
This is what you love to.
So
So Cup of Joe. We're located in Frankfurt, Illinois.
Frankfurt, Illinois, correct.
What's the exact address of this location?
41 Old Frankfurt Way.
So why this area? Out of all the places that you can open up a restaurant, a coffee shop, all that, why did you choose this area?
Well, so actually, my dad chose this area.
Okay.
My dad had the restaurant for 12 years. Called me up one day. I had sold my previous restaurant, the Egg and I,
Okay.
in Tinley Park, um, several years ago. My dad called me beginning of 23, said I want to retire. He's 80 years old. He's had enough.
Wow.
Asked me if I was still interested in buying the restaurant. I said yes.
Okay.
But I could only assume, he chose this location because of just the area. It's, upper middle class, upper class. It's great area, great.
I love the ambiance. It's
Yeah,
a historic. We're in the historic
the
side of
historic
Frankfurt,
district of,
correct?
yeah, Frankfurt, and of course we have, Frankfurt. Frankfurt downtown has the largest, well, second largest event every year, the Frankfurt Fest, Fall Fest.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's huge.
The
So it's
second largest?
second largest from what I understand. Someone just told me. Yeah.
Really? Oh, I didn't know that. From in Illinois?
Second largest craft fair
Oh,
in the country.
in the
In the country.
country.
That's what I've been told.
Oh.
I haven't researched that myself, but
But that's a fun fact,
yes.
right? You
So
could kind of,
it's huge. Yeah.
yeah, that's a huge thing. I think you could kind of throw that around,
Yeah.
and tell, I mean, if it's in the nation, wow. So,
Right.
I mean, I right away when I pulled in, you could tell it's an older vibe in the sense of like the buildings, the structure, right?
Right.
So I love that type of stuff. I'm like such a I love history of Chicago and Chicagoland. So for me, this is fun.
Yeah.
So what are your best sellers at this place? Like when someone comes here, if someone's watching, they're like, I want to take a trip to Frankfurt, Illinois. What are they gonna get when they come here?
Come here to the restaurant.
Yeah,
or
here.
So it's not real fancy. It's our bacon avocado scrambler. That is the absolute number one seller, above
Bacon
and beyond
avocados.
anything else. We sell thousands of those a year.
Thousands.
Just a bacon avocado scrambler with spinach
Really?
yeah.
That's it.
That's it. That's simple, but it's the biggest seller.
We gotta
So,
try that. I gotta try
Yeah.
that and put it on the air so that everyone, I could say, I'm such a foodie, so I love food. So I'll be like, hey, this is great. Come test it. Come check
Yeah.
it out.
We have gluten-free options, and that's really starting to take off.
That's
Our
nice.
gluten-free options, and I put a section on our menu just for that, because as you know, a lot
Yeah.
of people are gluten-free now, and
Absolutely. Okay,
yeah.
so where would someone learn more about your restaurant? Where would they go? How do they find you?
So if they'd like to go to our website, cup, KUP, cafe.com, and they can see our entire menu. We have our catering menu on there as well. We just started catering when I took over. Everything's online. You can order online. You can order catering online. Everything
So you
is
guys cater as
we
well.
cater as well. Yes.
Okay, so how far do you guys travel to cater?
Well, the furthest I've traveled so far is about 45 minutes.
Oh
But
wow.
yeah, but we'll go
You'll go
anywhere.
anywhere, really?
We'll go
Oh,
anywhere,
okay.
whatever it takes.
But it's mainly breakfast and lunch items,
Bre-
right?
uh, breakfast and lunch for our restaurant, in-house restaurant, but for catering, we do
Oh,
have dinner items as well.
okay,
Yes.
okay. Oh, well, tell us more about that because I traveled an hour to get over here. So
Okay.
definitely, like, if someone's looking for something, what can they get for the dinner items?
We have several hot items. We have kebabs.
Oh,
It's just we have
okay.
shakshuka, which is an Israeli dish, not
Really?
known by many people, but when they try it, um,
Are you Israel?
no, I'm actually Italian and German,
You're Italian and
but
German.
I
Okay.
worked for a restaurant group in the city, and the owner taught me how to make shakshuka. She's Israeli,
Really? Oh, that's
and
super
yeah,
cool. That's very unique.
and
Okay.
that's been a huge seller, both in house and for catering.
Okay. Oh, well, I didn't even know that.
Yeah,
That's really unique to know that. I
it's
didn't even.
just
I don't even
yeah,
know that dish either. So,
shakshuka. Many different, like Italian have their version of shakshuka, and
okay.
Israelis, but it's very basic. It's very easy to make, but it's so flavorful and it's
Yeah.
delicious.
Yeah. So, what are the kind of desserts that you have here as well? Now I'm curious. Now you've piqued my interest.
So we started making, and again, I learned from my previous employer in between when I worked in between the restaurants. Learned how to make some bakery items. So we make um, sometimes on special occasions croissants, scones,
Oh,
muffins. We have our famous. We think it's famous. Everybody comes in there for it, but our
okay.
banana bread.
Banana bread. Oh,
Banana
yummy.
bread, banana blueberry bread, banana chocolate chip bread.
This is why I gotta go to the gym more because I want some.
Yeah, we've just been trial and error, just trying different things and seeing what sticks, and so far it's our bakery items have been a big hit.
And you bake them here.
We bake them
You
here,
bake them
yes.
here, and
Hmm.
the banana bread is the best seller here.
Hmm.
And then you said the bacon scrambler is
Bacon avocado scrambler.
bacon avocado scrambler. You have gluten free items. What are the plans that you have for Cup of Joe Cafe? What are we looking for towards the
Oh,
future?
big plans.
Okay, can we announce them on WRMN 1410 or
We
is it a secret?
let's just say I am. Let's just say my there's something
Something's
brewing. Something's brewing.
something's
Something's
brewing.
brewing other than coffee.
Literally. That's awesome. No, much
So
success. I mean, here on the show, especially the station and myself, we love to support small
thank
businesses.
you.
We love to support restaurants and coffee shops. So like that's something that I love the fact that you guys are here. You guys are. It looks like a beautiful space. I'm gonna make a reel
Thank
about
you.
it and I'll share it on social
Thank
media
you.
so that
Thank you.
we can promote your restaurant. But again, thank you so much for
Oh, thanks
having
for
us
having
here.
us. Really.
Yeah, no, this is, I love the fact that we're here and I appreciate it. So, what's the website again? So, if someone wants to learn more again,
Sure. It's Cup of Joe, KUPJOE Cafe.com.
all right, guys, you heard it from here, Jason, the owner. So, you guys stay tuned. We will be right back with our next guest.
A loved one owns a gun, and for a while now, you've been concerned about their behavior. They're just not acting like themselves. They've been distant, they've been unpredictable, they've been lashing out. They've been saying things that make you worried they might harm themselves or friends or family. Or you're worried this loved one might hurt you. Maybe they recently threatened someone with their gun. You know something needs to be done, and you wish more than anything you could hit pause on this situation. Well, here in Illinois, you can, with a firearm restraining order. In extreme cases, this order temporarily prevents a person in crisis from having a firearm, giving them time to heal before they do something dangerous or even deadly. If you are worried about a loved one in crisis who has access to a firearm, learn more about firearm restraining orders at illinois.gov/pause to heal. A public service announcement brought to you by the Illinois Department of Public Health, Brady, and the Ad Council.
If your restaurant's grease is causing problems, don't worry. Hopkins Grease Company is here to help. Since 1947, they've been providing reliable grease recycling, grease trap services, and more for restaurants across the Chicago suburbs. With a full fleet and expert staff, they offer quick professional service. And as a family-run business, they pride themselves on delivering personal service you can trust. Call Hopkins Grease today at 847-458-1010. That's 847-458-1010. Hopkins Grease, the Fox Valley Grease Boys. For a little lighthearted lawlessness on Sunday afternoons, listen to Handle on the Law from 4 to 7 p.m. Handle on the Law is a unique combination of useful legal advice and outrageous handle remarks. Whether you're talking about Big Brother, big business, big legal problems, or Big Macs, you'll rarely find Bill without an opinion. His rapid-fire commentary gives listeners the information they crave in the way they crave it. It's Handle on the Law, Sunday afternoons from 4 to 7 p.m. right here on WRMN, AM 1410 and 96.7 FM.
We are AFGE, the American Federation of Government Employees. We represent 700,000 federal and D.C. government workers who are the vital threads of the fabric of American life. We support our nation's military. We take care of our nation's veterans. We protect our nation's borders. We respond to our nation's crises and natural disasters. We provide services to our nation's seniors. The American Federation of Government Employees. We work for America.
We are AFGE, the American Federation of Government Employees. We represent 700,000 federal and D.C. government workers who are the vital threads of the fabric of American life. We support our nation's military. We take care of our nation's veterans. We protect our nation's borders. We respond to our nation's crises and natural disasters. We provide services to our nation's seniors. The American Federation of Government Employees. We work for America.
Hey, we are back live. Super excited to be here with my guest, who I've known at least for the last, I don't know, 10, 15. I don't even know how long I've known you, but I've known you for a long time. You've been in the restaurant business for a long time. You yourself, Missy, right?
Yes.
So for those that are watching, you're watching WRM 1410, the Wise Coffee Chat Show. We just had Jason here, the owner of Cup of Joe Cafe in Frankfort, Illinois. And now we have Sue here, who is also a big entrepreneur. So Sue, can you introduce yourself to the viewers, please? Who you are?
Sure, of course.
And the listeners.
Yes. Hello, everyone out there. I want to first thank Jennifer so much for giving me this opportunity to come on over here and promote Cup of Joe and be here. But my name is Sue Vasquez. Some people call me Susie Q or Susan. I've known Jennifer for a long time.
So
I know,
right? I love that nickname.
This is the curly hair,
yeah.
Susie Q. Yeah,
that's like she's from 1940s, right? That actress, right? Or what year was that when Susie? It was black and white.
Are you thinking of Shirley Temple?
Oh, I'm thinking of Shirley Temple.
Temple. No.
Susie Q. Then it's a 1980s movie, the little girl with the curly hair.
No, I don't.
Okay,
now
I'm
gonna pique my curiosity.
Now I'm about to. I believe it is a 1980s movie. If it's Susie Q, is that where you got it from, or or someone just named
gave me the people I work with call me that.
Really?
Yeah.
Because there is a movie. I believe her name was Susie Q, and she had curly hair. Oh well. Anyways, go ahead. Keep talking.
All right. What was the question now? I got
Who
all
are
lost.
you?
Who am I?
You're Susie Q.
What a great question. Who am I? It's funny we're here at the restaurant, right? Because we owned restaurants. The day I was born, my dad actually started the restaurants, Little Joe's, and here we are, Cup of Joe. That's so funny. Another
Little Joe's, yes.
So my whole life, I got to eat whatever I wanted. And whenever I wanted, which could be a problem as I was growing up, right? And but wound up marrying the chef and opening more restaurants. Which
at one point she had 3 restaurants, y'all. So I remember
4
4 restaurants. I remember that time.
Yes, you came over
Yeah,
to
you were always,
Frankfurt.
yeah,
We were
and she had, if I remember correctly, in Tinley Park, in Frankfurt,
New Lenox,
and
Dallas, Fort Worth, of all places.
But wasn't the original on 63rd,
On 63rd.
in the city?
Yes.
Okay, so tell the viewers. Yeah, I know her history, so go for
No,
it.
go ahead.
No.
Prompt me too. I don't want to get off track. I talk too much. I'm a little shy, but sometimes talk too much.
No, you're doing absolutely great. So so you had a family business, a restaurant.
Right. And went on to open 8 of them in like 23 years. And that was crazy. Ready to have a nervous breakdown with that, with everything. And especially out of town, we couldn't even run in our backyard practically. And then you're going to go to another state and run a restaurant. So that was crazy. Yeah. But I've always believed through it. I've done other things in my life, legal secretary, I love to travel.
Sure.
We worked on cruises, did many things. But I believe in my heart that I have an entrepreneurial heart. And I believe that without a doubt, no matter what job or profession you have, you keep going. I got a frog in my throat. Have multiple income streams coming in. I believe that's important in your life.
So okay. So you had the restaurant businesses, right? You had 4 at one point. How many years were you in the restaurant business?
After we bought my dad out, about 25 more till we sold the last one just a year ago.
Just a year ago.
Mm-hmm.
So you how do you feel about coming out of the restaurant? I know I remember one time I was told, I don't know if this is true. So I used to have a store at the buyer's market in my 20s. And I remember one of my neighbors, because it was kind of like that flea market style store. Yes. I loved the owner. He was such a great guy. And I remember one of my neighbors was like, Jennifer, if you hate somebody, he literally said, if you hate someone, tell them to open up a business. Tell them to open up a restaurant. And I was like, oh my God, that's so horrible, but I didn't comprehend right at that time, because obviously I'm not in the restaurant business. I'm not in hospitality. What did he mean? Is it really difficult to be in the restaurant industry? I'm just curious, you're educating me today.
Ooh, all right. It is very difficult, but I want to say, fuck God. Okay. God got us through every step of the way.
Oh, wow.
My faith got stronger through it.
That's awesome.
I just believe without a doubt that that's what we need to do in whether you own a restaurant or you don't, whatever you're going through, you have to have God in your life. And that is first and foremost every day in my life.
I love that. So, okay, so the restaurant business, you sold the last one last year, right?
Yes.
So what are you doing now, ma'am? Yeah. I know you've always been a busy bee. You've always been doing something, and I've seen your hand in different things. What is it that you're focusing on now?
Well, right now, I'm actually working part-time in another restaurant, Italian, of course. I love the clanking of the dishes. What do they say? You can take the girl out of the restaurant, but you can't take the restaurant out of the girl.
I have never heard that, but did you just make that up?
I think I did.
That's actually really good. I've heard of you can take the girl out the hood, but not the hood out the girl. Or I've heard you could take the girl out the country, but can't take the country out the. I've heard like that.
Like that.
I've never heard it in a restaurant reference. Okay,
it's true. I'm comfortable. I love, like I said, being in restaurants and just being part of hospitality. So it's great. But who am I now? That's a big question. My phone used to blow up every day when we had 4 restaurants, 3, 2, 1, whatever.
Sure.
Somebody I needed to put out a fire all the time.
Yeah.
Like, I can't come in today. This one, I'm sick, my kids, blah, blah.
Sure.
All the excuses, that you have to go through. So,
of course.
After we sold that last restaurant, I found myself picking up my phone, looking at it. No one needs me. What the heck? What's going on? It was a big adjustment.
Because you were so used to always being called for everything.
Yes.
And then how was that shift when you closed your last restaurant?
Yeah, bittersweet. Like I said, I miss my customers so much. Over all those many years, you become lifelong friends with people. And you really, I miss them. And I just bought, in fact, I saw a couple last night that came in to see me and they didn't know I was there and I didn't know they were coming. And it was just so great to connect. I love relationships. I love people. I love serving. And I was introduced to a couple businesses, one dealing with health
Okay.
That's very important to me. And wealth. That's another one that's very important to me.
Health and wealth.
Health and
Okay.
wealth.
So that is exciting. Health and wealth. So you went from restaurant hospitality to health and wealth. So tell us a little bit more about all that.
Well, like I said, eating every day, whatever you want, and then some in the restaurant world. After I sold that restaurant, I was on a healthy 21-day challenge to eat just all plant-based food.
Wow.
And I after the third day, I said, oh, I can't wait to have tacos. I can't wait to have pizza. I can't wait. Those first 3 days are incredibly hard.
Brutal.
But when you get on that fourth day and that energy kicked in, and then I said I didn't want to stop. I went 40 days, all plant-based.
Okay.
In 40 days, only 3 cups of coffee because I tried to just stick with plants. And it was amazing. I felt amazing. And so that was right after we sold the restaurant. I lost 35 pounds.
Really? So wait, for those that are watching us on YouTube and Facebook, just want to give a shout out to you guys, Carlos, Myra, and anyone else from the WRM YouTube. Welcome if you're watching. But definitely, so you lost weight, 35 pounds. That must have been a big stressor in your life, huh?
Yes. What, having the weight on?
Well,
yeah.
I mean, usually when we're in high stress environments, we hold more cortisol in our stomachs, right?
Yes,
and we
yes.
hold on to more weight. So clearly, like, you let go of the restaurant, then boom, you drop pounds, right? And then you got on a health kick as well, right?
Yes.
So then you went into health and wellness. What exactly in health and wellness are you doing?
Well, I'm developing with I met a chef from Mexico. I went to a women's retreat, and that struck up a 4-day eating all raw. That got me really excited. That led to this 21-day challenge. I met the other chef that was in Mexico, Melanaco. He lives there, and his name is Steve. And actually, look him up, Steve Factor. I'm telling you, he's a great guy. I'm part of that that community, and I love prepping for healthier eating. And it's hard, though. You have to commit to that. It's hard to keep it.
Wait, you're vegan raw vegan?
I try about 20% of the time.
Wow. I kudos to you guys. You vegans in the world, you guys need like medals, badges, because I could if I want to, but I know that even just being vegan in itself has been, that's difficult. I never was able to let go of cheese. I went vegetarian.
Okay, that's all right.
I did the vegetarian route for 2 years, but that was the furthest one, when it was like up to cheese, to let go of that cheese.
The cheese is hard.
That's I could let go of and actually since then I've been okay. Like I don't really consume milk anymore, right?
No.
I do yogurt, Greek yogurt, but that's really all the dairy that I do, and cheese. Cheese is the only thing.
Cheese is harder than meat.
Right? But we're definitely super excited to learn more about what Sue is doing now. So make sure you guys stay tuned. We'll be back after this short break.
Great.
I'm Trey Westerberg on 1410 WRM in Elgin, proudly serving the Fox River Valley. This update brought to you by Sky Rizzi. Federal immigration authorities took a student into custody at Elgin Community College on Thursday morning. The student was taken into custody in a parking lot outside of a building on the main campus of the college, which is located at 1700 Spartan Drive in Elgin. College officials say they've been in touch with community leaders and local legislators regarding the matter. ECC officials say the college does not participate in immigration enforcement. The college also does not share information about students' immigration status. A car was burglarized in the 6400 block of Hathaway Lane in Downers Grove. Police were called to the location on Wednesday for a report of a car burglary. The victim told police they parked their car in their driveway around 8 p.m. the night before. When they returned around 7:15 p.m. on Wednesday, they noticed their car's driver's side door was ajar. The car had reportedly been left unlocked. Police say the resident reviewed surveillance camera footage but did not see any suspicious activity during the time frame. 2 pairs of Gucci sunglasses, 2 hats, and a roof removal tool and manual for the car were stolen. A total loss estimated at $455. An area watchdog has filed complaints against 2 DuPage County Circuit judges who are running as Democrats in next year's election. Watchdog Edgar Powell contends the judges, Christina Kai and Margaret Peggy O'Connell, are breaking the state's code of judicial conduct with their political activities. Both judges deny it. Kai is an Elmhurst resident who is running for a sub-circuit judge's position in next March's Democratic primary. O'Connell is seeking a 3rd district appellate judge's post. Toyota and Hyundai are recalling a combined 1.1 million vehicles due to problems with the instrument panel displays and seat belts. Toyota is recalling 591,377 cars because the instrument panel display can fail and not show the driver critical information. The Hyundai recall includes 568,580 Palisade SUVs in which the seatbelt buckles may fail to latch and not properly restrain passengers in a crash. I'm Trey Westerberg on 1410 WRMN Elgin, proudly serving the Fox River Valley.
Switching to Progressive is a game-winning call. And that reminds us of other game-winning calls in the history of sports.
It was a doubleheader in August and really hot inside the concession stand. So instead of waiting for people to come to me, I figured I'd walk around yelling, "Hot dogs here!" And that's how I became the first hot dog vendor in sports.
Okay, not really a game-winning call, but it was a good call. You can make one too. Switch to Progressive and you could save hundreds. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states.
Grown-ups, don't go back to school. Go forward through school into your future as an IT professional. Whether you're starting out, switching careers, or a veteran ready for change, My Computer Career can help you get into IT in just a few short months with no prior experience. So take the free career evaluation now at mycomputercareer.edu. Your rewarding career in IT awaits. That's mycomputercareer.edu. An Elite CompTIA certification partner. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including the VA benefits.
Are you dreaming of a getaway? Want to leave the stress of daily life behind? Whether it's a relaxing cruise or an adventurous land escape, planning the perfect vacation doesn't have to be a hassle. At Cruises International, they specialize in vacation destinations, land and sea, making your dreams come true. Located at 1721 Moon Lake Boulevard in Hoffman Estates, Cruises International isn't just about booking travel. They're your personal concierge, trusted travel advisor, and advocate. Your preferences are unique, and they'll take the time to understand exactly what you're looking for. From personalized service to their global network of specialists, they ensure that your vacation is tailor-made just for you. It's time to plan the vacation of a lifetime. Call 800-255-7447. That's 800-255-7447 today and speak to a cruise and vacation expert. Cruises International. It's time to set sail to your dream destination.
This is Sarah Silver with your Fox Valley forecast. Today, patchy fog before 9 a.m., then mostly sunny with a high near 80. This afternoon, temperatures falling to around 78. Tonight, a chance of showers and thunderstorms with mostly cloudy skies and a low around 62. Overnight, patchy fog with partly cloudy skies and a low around 63. Currently, it is 72 with mainly clear skies. I'm Sarah Silver on the Talk of the Town, WRMN.
Workdays can be unpredictable, but your workwear shouldn't be. With the Cintas Apparel Plus program, you'll have freshly laundered garments for everyone on your team delivered every week. Cintas has workwear for just about any job imaginable, with high-performance fabrics and an uncompromising fit that stretches and moves with you. Don't leave looking and feeling good to chance. Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
We are back. You are listening and watching the Wise Coffee Chat Show. We are here with Sue Vasquez, and we are actually in Cup of Joe Cafe, as you can see right here. Thank you for the restaurant opening up their doors and allowing us to have this interview and this conversation here live. So you are watching WRMN 1410. You could go to the website, WRMN1410.com, learn more about the station. If anyone's looking for advertising, feel free to reach out to the station and see if we can put you on the air as well. So either way, we're here talking with Sue, and we're talking about health and wealth. And we actually got Jason, the owner of the restaurant, brought us I know it's not called the Baconator. What it was this thing called? The bacon scrambler, bacon avocado scrambler that he said was his best seller, and my mouth is watering.
And I'm even going to eat some. I'll eat eggs sometimes. Like I said, 80-20. Like this, all right.
So that is the best seller here. So if you guys are ever in the Frankfort, Illinois area, come to Cup Joe and try their bacon egg scrambler, bacon avocado scrambler, or their banana bread. They said their banana bread is a really good seller here, right in the downtown area, Frankfort, Illinois. It's the historic district here, which is beautiful. So we were talking, you left the restaurant business, right? You were in it for 20, how many years you said?
Well, 65 altogether in the family, but we owned it. My husband and I bought my dad out, and we had it like 25 years.
25 years in the restaurant business. I know. And then you sold your last restaurant last year,
yes.
right?
Wow. A little stressful.
And then you had to recreate yourself. And I think a lot of times people forget that you know, it's okay to recreate yourself and
absolutely
create a new identity, right? Always create a new identity for yourself. And I think we always have to do that as we're evolving. So how's that transition been for you?
Well, it's been great now. It's been really great now, because when it was all happening, you wonder what's next in my life, right? Who am I? What am I doing? And it's interesting that many of you probably know, and you probably know this too, that the 5 top stressors in your life are divorce,
oh Lord,
moving, selling a business,
wow,
a major health, and I got to look at my notes because I've and a job loss.
Oh,
so
gosh,
within 2 years, I lost my job that I was in a long time. I got divorced.
Wow.
I moved out of a house of 25 years.
Yeah, and
you were there. You came over. You helped.
Wow.
And I moved, divorced. I had to find a new place.
You sold the business?
Sold the business. There you go.
You did all the 5 things.
No, I didn't have a major health illness. And I just was saying, thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. Because you know what? We can have wealth. We can have whatever in our life. But if we don't have our health, we got nothing.
That's a great point. And I think people, man, if you are breathing, you are walking, you're of good health, right? Because if you don't take care of yourself,
that's right.
Who's going to take care of you? How are you going to be able to pursue your goals and your dreams? How are you going to be able to work in your jobs or run your businesses or even be there for your family, right? If your health is being deteriorated. But so many of us lose track of that sometimes. It's very easy to stop focusing on your health. So what is it that for you has transpired as a result of going through these 4 major things within the last year? How have you been able to cope and kind of jump back on the bandwagon?
I give all the glory to God, Jennifer. Seriously. I mean, I, raised a certain way, going to church but we veer from it during our teen years. We think we know everything.
Oh, we always veer from it. Let's be honest.
But right? I love that, you raise a child the way you should go and they'll come back to it. And I came back to God, and it's been the major change in my life. And I'm here to encourage anybody. We're on the top of the mountain sometimes, right? But hold on, because you're going down the valley soon. So like we ride the waves, I say, we ride the waves, climb the mountain, go down. And I'm just here to tell everybody. And actually my ex, who I divorced from, he absolutely had all those things going. And then he died 2 months later after we separated. After we moved out of the house finally. So talk about, like, we were both going through all that, but he got the major illness. And he passed away from cancer, that damn cancer. But I'm going to tell you.
I'm sorry for your loss.
I know. And I tried to help him all these years to tell him, and thank you. I don't mean to brush that off, but I try to help. I love helping people wherever I can. So whether it's health, wealth, even just to talk about God, give me a call. I'm glad to put anyone in a direction, or even just to listen. I'm a good listener. Even though I talk a lot, I can listen, and I love to just help. So that's what got me through every step of the way. And you got to surround yourself with good friends.
Of
being
course.
part of the WISE community.
Yeah.
You know, I moved further south now, so I haven't been. I was telling you, not so close with
Sure.
you guys, but you're there for me. If I pick up the phone, you're there. You're always there. The girls are there. You have a great community, and we've developed a
you.
great thing with you and other friends. I've got some other women I go streets with. Love,
Yeah.
you just got to surround yourself, and in your heart of hearts if you should or shouldn't be hanging around someone.
Oh, of course.
That toxic energy, horrible.
Oh my God, yeah. No one got time for that.
I was just gonna say, we don't have time for that.
We don't have the time, or I guess for me, I'm in the age of like, no, I don't have the time to deal with things that are just gonna take away from me versus add value. So if it's adding stress in my life, if for a second I'm losing sleep off of it, oh no, I gotta go, because like you said, and a lot of viewers and listeners, I'm sure they can agree with, right? We have a limited time on this earth. At the end of the day, you have an expiration date.
That's right.
And what are we going to do to make the most of it? So now you are helping people with health and wellness. So tell us a little bit more about that.
Well, you hit on something though. I don't care how healthy we are. We do have an expiration date, right?
Yeah.
So to live your best life, I think it's to be as healthy as you can.
Absolutely.
Surround yourself with great people.
Absolutely.
And God, of course, get them in there.
And you said your faith is really what
faith.
carried you through a lot of these hardships and you know what I say to a lot of people, everyone has a faith in something.
Yes, right.
And people don't realize that whether you are Christian, Protestant, Baptist, Muslim, I don't care what religion or faith you are, you have a faith. You could even have a faith in gambling.
Right.
You have a faith in the lottery. You have faith in something, all right?
Yes.
Now it's just, where is your faith? Some people are like, I'm going to hit this lottery and I'm going to make $1 million and that's all my problems are going to wash away. Right. But it just, you have to make the decision of where you're going to put your faith in. You put your faith in God.
That's right. That's right. And you did hit on gambling. I have not gambled in 5 years, not even a lottery ticket.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because that was starting to be an issue. I loved it. I got excited, the adrenaline flows, and I used to win a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And I used to thank God for that. And I found out there isn't God in that. He's nowhere near gambling.
Oh,
nowhere near it. So
when it becomes a vice, that's when it becomes a problem, right? So that's definitely, I can understand why. And good for you that you found that was an issue for you, and you figured out how to get away from that, because it was becoming a problem. There's professional gamblers out there.
Yes, there are.
I've met professional poker players and I sat there like, you really are. Now, I do believe poker has strategy. I'm a poker girl, so I love poker, right? For fun. I play for fun. I have no problem playing poker. But it's because it's strategic. Like, you have to think about the cards and think about, if anyone plays poker, feel free to chime in, right? and write in the chats. But you do got to be strategic when it comes to that, because now you got, here's a spade. There's 3 spades. If you're doing Texas Hold'em, maybe a couple more spades are going to come out, and I'll get a, flush right here, right? So anyways, sorry. I like poker.
I'm pulling you back now. Come on back.
But it's not a vice, though. I do it for fun, right? I just enjoy the cards. So health and wellness, going back to that, right? You were going through your stressors. I'm sorry about your loss of your ex-husband, because that's still a big
we're still
thing, right?
My children are grieving a lot too.
What would you tell viewers or listeners that are listening to the radio station or watching online, and they're going through a difficult time? I mean, for you to even be here and smiling and all happy, like, I would think that you would be like, let's say hypothetically, right? Someone that just told me this story, I'd be like, oh my God, they're miserable. You are smiling and you're here and you're happy, and you're glowing. So tell me more about what have you been doing to keep your spirit up?
Again, it may sound redundant. It's all God. I try to every day start with the Bible. Today I did not, but I talk to him all the time, driving, in the bathroom, wherever you are, just talk to him. He's listening. He wants you to talk to him. He's drawing you, but he's a gentleman. He's not going to force himself ever. We all have a choice. And when that day of eternity, or not, when that day comes that we do expire, what do we, where are you going?
That's great.
Where are you
So
going?
you're developing a discipline.
Yes.
You're doing devotionals.
Yes.
Right. So that is something that you're doing, right?
Yes. And he talks to us through there. I'm sure you've had it happen. When you, that's where that supernatural comes in. It's like the eating. When we're eating better, we feel better. And why do we go back to the vomit, right? Why do we go back and we, the gluttony, like I'm asking God to help me with that because I'm a foodie. Go ahead, as you're getting your fork. Go ahead,
talking
dig
about
in.
food. I'm about to just. I was gonna let you talk, and I was gonna try
Go
this
ahead.
Baconator
Yeah,
thing.
go ahead.
No,
Try it.
No, keep going.
Well,
keep
well,
going. Give me
yeah,
time.
don't let me burst your bubble. But you know, in moderation, right? Everything. But when we go out, I'm like, all right, let's get dessert. I never eat dessert, but when you go out, it's something about I want an appetizer, I want the meal, I want the whole thing, and then I'm like miserable leaving. Like, why did I eat that? Why did I eat that? So, yeah.
So for those that are like, listening right now, one thing that I've learned is food is so good. Oh my God. But food can also be a distraction.
That's a drug, actually.
It could be, well, yeah.
It can be.
If we go to the science behind it, right? The sugar, it'll give you the dopamine hits.
Yes.
And you're gonna crave it more. Some people are raised off comfort food, right? If we really want to go deep into it, right? Let's talk about it because growing up culturally in my culture, you were married to a Mexican man.
Yes.
So you get it.
Yes, I get it.
Growing up, one of the things that I was always taught was food is your comforter.
Mm-hmm.
And I was taught, and I recognized this I always knew that when I was angry, especially when I worked for like the nonprofit world or I worked in corporate, I'd look for food and just grab a whole hand. I remember one of my ex-coworkers had M&Ms in the middle of the office. And every time I was mad, I would get up and I'd run to the bowl of M&Ms and I'll just dig a whole hand in there and just shove it all in my mouth. And for that instant moment, that dopamine hit and I felt better, right?
Yeah.
It helped me with what I was
moment.
feeling. I knew that, but then recently, the last couple of years, then I realized, no, this is deeper because my family taught us when someone's going through a hard time, someone's not feeling good, you go eat, right? It's a comfort thing, right?
Yep.
How many times have people are like, oh, I feel sick, I don't feel good, let me go eat something good. Let me go eat some soup. Let me get something hearty and hefty in me so that I could feel better. So it's something that we've been trained. Right? Honestly, right?
And clean your plate too.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Make sure
When
you
you're
eat
younger.
everything because the children around the world are starving. And how dare you throw food off the plate? I heard that all the time when I was growing up. Like, there's children starving in Africa. You better eat that food. I was like, oh, okay, I'm sorry. But that's just the programming or the training that we've gotten, right? I had a friend who was just going through a difficult time. What was the first thing I told her? Let me go take you out to eat.
Yeah.
Right? Or like when someone a funeral happens and I'm thinking of like the person that's going through a hard time, I take them food. Like, so food is so programmed, right? But now how do we do it where it doesn't become gluttony or it's harmful to us, right? And we eat in moderation. Like, I know you guys know I like food, but I work out, you know, and I'm not eating like this all the time. You only see it when I put it on the camera or on my social media. But
That's why you do this.
That's why I do this, because this is my treats. But I make sure, like, I haven't done it lately, but like, okay, I got to go run, 4 miles, like, because I just ate something really bad, or let me go work out, or right. It's always trying to balance it. So what are your thoughts on that, or your advice on that?
On what? The gluttony?
Yeah.
No, I'm trying to get
you're
out of
a
it.
raw vegan.
Well,
and
I've slipped off the last few months because if Steve happens to watch this, he's going to be like, you're not prepping your food. I know you're not, because we do gourmet meals with vegan. I mean, you're not just eating a stalk of celery or carrot. I mean, we're
That's
getting
what people
fancy.
think.
It's fancy. And so that's what I would like to do, because there's a lot of people who will say, oh, give me their recipe. Show me. I'm like, nope, it's proprietary. So I'm like, join me with Steve. Like, let's do the challenge together. Or I want to maybe go help people prepare, because that is the hardest thing, is actually organizing yourself.
Yes. Yeah.
People are busy. I get it. So maybe I have some things brewing, and I did want to mention that my one business partner,
Sure.
because I said health and wealth.
Health and wealth.
My good friend of mine, him and his wife called me up one day and said, "Hey, you got to look at this." And I'm like, "Oh no, I don't know." It was kind of right after the restaurant was sold, but I did. I looked at it, and so I'm involved with a $1 billion company right now that I just love helping people. I'm being helped from it. Let's make money. Let's save money. Let's whatever I can do. Because I used to serve people in the restaurant. I enjoyed it, hospitality. But you can be hospitable. You don't have to have a restaurant. I like serving however I can. And I think that's a great way to help people build wealth. Like, again, going back to the beginning when I said, have another income stream coming in if you can. That JOB we have, I'm sure you heard, it means just over broke.
Yeah.
It's true. Like when that restaurant sold, that last one, I'm going to tell you, I was on my face crying to God with the negative bank accounts. My money tree disappeared. It was gone. And my ex wasn't helping. I mean, he had his own struggles going on. So it again, I'm going to tell you what I did. I went to God. You know what it says? Cast your cares upon the Lord, right? Don't worry. He says, do not fear. Here I am crying. How I have negative bank accounts. How am I going to get ahead of here? Well, guess what? I wrote it down. All my cares, because he said cast them, because I was tired of thinking that over and over, looking at my bank. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? And I folded those papers up and put it in the top of my closet as we were prepping to move. And I gave it to him. And did he not get me through? He says he's our provider. He's my husband. He's our provider.
Sure.
He's my comforter. He's my peace. He's everything. And that's what got me through.
I love that. I love that. So then tell us a little bit about the we were talking about health. Let's talk about the wealth, right? Like you said, jobs are just over broke. Reality is people that work for an employer, usually you're building someone else's dream.
That's right.
Nothing wrong with it. Look,
No,
I'm not
nothing wrong with
knocking
that.
jobs
No.
either. Because you know what? There's people that are happy with jobs.
Absolutely.
And there's people that are happy with a 9-to-5. That's what they're looking for. And that is perfectly fine. It's consistent money. You're exchanging your time for money. That's what it is, right?
Yep.
Now, but if you choose the other route, right? I guess the magnitude of being an entrepreneur, that's where you can really get and expand. But it's not easy.
No, it's not.
So what type of wealth building are we referring to? Because I know there's definitely different ways of building wealth.
Absolutely.
I'm in the real estate game.
Yep.
Right.
Yes,
So
you
I
are.
build wealth through cash flow with my properties. How do you build? How are you talking about wealth building?
Right now, I am helping people with their energy. I'm an energy advisor.
Okay.
And so I don't profess to know it all, because that's when my business partner suggested, you got to look at this. I was like, I don't know nothing about that. But right then your mindset is powerful. You shut it down right away. I almost skipped over a great opportunity. So I'm saving money and energy, which would be electricity.
Well, yeah,
Right?
and I think a lot of, if I'm not mistaken, the Chicagoland, a lot of the bills, right? I
did.
believe the energy went up in. I mean,
Yes.
everything's gone up.
Yes.
But I believe the electricity bills and the gas bills have gone up as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can you talk a little bit about that, or?
Well, they're going up, and they've gone up. And so I'm here to help someone check out their bill. I'll be glad to help. And it doesn't cost a penny. Come a customer. I'll help you. But if you want to make money too, we can do that too. And help if you have a heart to help other people, why not? Right? I love when I hear a good thing, I want to help others with it. I'm always one to promote this great restaurant. That's why I came here yesterday and said, Jason, you want to do this tomorrow? Let Jennifer come. She's an awesome lady, and we'll get it done.
Yeah, no. I mean,
So-
it's always, I think one thing to think about is whichever route people take is you got to choose your hard.
Right.
Everything's hard.
Yes.
Right? So like,
Yes.
you're going to have a job. Hey, you're going to deal with a difficult boss. That's the hard you're choosing.
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to be an entrepreneur. Well, guess what? Now your bills, right? That's you got to make money to make your bills off your own strength and abilities and wit and creativity and marketing. That's your hard. That's
right.
the hard that you're choosing. So they always say which hard. When you divorce, you made the decision of divorcing. right? You could have stayed in the marriage, which is hard, or you could have divorced, which is hard.
That's right.
Like the reality is, I think a lot of people think that, you got to choose your heart. And I've ever since I saw like a meme on social media, it clicked to me. I was like, that is so right. But what heart makes sense for you? What's worth your while? Is it because you're going to build wealth? You're going to build a legacy? What is the reason? Like for me, entrepreneurship is because I want to build legacy. I want to build wealth. I want to leave something for my kids. I want to have a name that means something, right?
Mm-hmm.
But again, this is not knocking 9-to-5ers.
That's right.
Right? 9-to-5ers. Hey,
well,
more power to you.
We need the people in all positions, right?
Absolutely. And I like sometimes I look at like my sister who has a 9-to-5 and I'd be like, I'm so jealous of you. She's a social worker for the public school system.
Oh my gosh, that's
huge. But she comes home and she's done for the day. She mentally checks out. And I'm watching her and she's watching TV, eating popcorn with her significant other, her girlfriend, her fiance, and I'm sitting there like, I hate you guys. No, just like, no, I don't say that. I just said, I'm sitting there like, wow, like people have a life like this. And I'm the kind of person that can't sit still.
That's
like,
right.
I need to run to the next thing or do the next thing or find the next thing to do because that's just how my mind is programmed. Or maybe it's my trauma. Who knows, right? Maybe it's some unresolved trauma. That's why I have to keep running around everywhere. But either way, it's like, I don't think looking at my dad and looking at the way my dad operates, I know I got it from him because he can't sit still and he's always working and he's always moving on the next project or the next thing, right?
Okay.
So I get it. So with all this being said, Sue.
And did you get my message this morning? I said, how do you do this every Monday, girl? Getting up. Because I wanted to throw my covers over my head. I said, I am not getting up this early and going.
Well, I know I'm being held accountable by a station.
Yes,
so
I know, right? Right. See,
Jennifer,
that's good. That's good.
You committed to this, so we're expecting this, right?
Right.
But not only that, I think for me, it's always a why for me, right? It's why do I get up every day and give exposure? And this is my way of doing service.
Yes.
This is my way of providing for exposure for entrepreneurs and businesses, right? This is my way of giving back and a great opportunity for shout out to Illinois Media School. I got my interns here helping me out with the camera. I love these guys. So they're here. So I can even mentor, right? And teach.
Yes.
So for me, it's all around, right? It's helping. So thank you so much, guys, for watching. Sue, if they want to reach out to you, where do they go? What email?
The email is Susie Vaz1, SUZIVAZ1 at Gmail, and put in the subject line, if you will, the word hope.
Thank you so much, guys, for watching. You heard that. You guys have a great, amazing rest of your week. God bless you, and we will talk soon.
Thank you.